There's nothing that epitomizes the art, history, and allure of fly fishing quite like the split cane rod. Once the material of choice for large-scale rod production, bamboo has always been appreciated for its inherent strength, flexibility, and indescribable feel. Unique qualities unlike any other natural material. As years passed, advances in manufacturing and material science made fiberglass, and then ultimately graphite, the more practical materials for rod construction. The perception of split cane rods began to shift, and what was once a common practice became a specialty service. Today there exists a small number of craftsmen who continue to carry on the tradition of bamboo rod making. The vast majority of this crowd are hobbyists, solely focused on reproducing the tried-and-true methods and tapers of makers past. While some continue to celebrate split cane in this fashion, there exists an even smaller community of visionaries, those who strive to break new grounds and push the envelope of what bamboo is truly capable of as a material. These are the pioneers of the modern day, and there is no better representative of this school of thought than rod maker Bernard Ramanauskas. As the former master builder for Scott Fly Rod's split cane department, Bernard's work has been a staple of the industry for decades, but what truly puts him in the conversation for the greatest builder of our era are the products of his personal venture, Eden Cane. For Bernard, the bamboo fly rod has always been a specialty tool, and his goal from the start has been to maximize the performance of his rods for the techniques and situations to which they are advantageous over other materials. Split cane rods excel tremendously in technical dry and wet fly fishing, where subtle presentation, line control, finesse and feel are crucial to one's success. For all of its benefits, bamboo rods have historically been criticized for their awkward swing weight and incredibly slow recovery speed. Essentially, these rods were taxing on the user, and they often produced less than adequate line speeds and lazier loops. Enjoyable to use, but far from efficient. This was the initial problem that needed a solution. The first unique step Bernard took to improve on weight and recovery speed was his nodeless construction method. This method is far more labor-intensive and much less common as a result. At each node, the linear power fibers of the bamboo are jumbled and interrupted. This disruption creates a weak point and a break in uniformity, hence why most builders will press, file, and then stagger these nodes throughout the blank. Bernard chooses to remove them all and rejoins the pieces with long scarf joints and modern adhesives. This ultimately creates a connection that is stronger than the node was itself. As a testament to how strong these bonds really are, he chooses to align all of these joints rather than stagger them, which makes for a subtle yet beautiful ornament on the blank. With the application of modern adhesives, Bernard has been able to plane and glue his blanks down to super thin diameters like no other rods ever produced, specifically in the tip sections. This, in combination with hollow-built butt sections, make for a feather-light feel in hand and a brisk recovery speed, which are vital for pinpoint accuracy and those laser-tight loops. Eden Cane fly rods maintain the magic feel that bamboo is known for while implementing performance characteristics more similar to modern materials. For Bernard, function has always dictated form. Eden Cane rods are crafted from reduction and removal of all that is unnecessary to create what is truly pure and elegant, a perfect hybrid of science and art. The quest to achieve this vision took a lifetime of experience, research, and development, but what that has now allowed Bernard to do is focus solely on the expression of his work and to reach even further beyond the norm. Over 100 years ago, history tells us that two rod makers by the names of Samuel Olin and Fred Devine almost simultaneously came up with the idea of adding a twist to their split cane rods. While there's much speculation as to who did it first, their application was surely different. Fred chose a relatively subtle twist of roughly 1.5 turns over the length of the rod, while Sam's design was much more aggressive at 6 to 8 turns. Since then, the idea had seemingly faded away, and talks of these craftsmen, who were incredibly ambitious for their time, almost ceased to exist. The question then arose: what would happen if this century-old idea was revived using modern technique, materials, and the already well-established platform of the Eden Cane? After more than 4 years of painstaking and careful work, Bernard has produced the answer. For the first time in production rod-making history, there now exists a full set of both 1- and 2-piece nodeless, twisted, hollow-built bamboo fly rods. Dubbed the Eden Cane Twist, these rods are truly some of the finest and most beautiful works of art ever produced, and what many would consider to be the ultimate collector's piece. A total 6 twists are implemented along the blank, perfectly spaced so that each guide flat aligns with absolute precision. The blank itself has been tastefully flamed and finished with glass-like consistency, and the truncated ferrules, agate stripping guides and winding checks are all blued to a perfect match. All guides have been wrapped with pure white silk which disappears completely under the varnish work, and Bernard's remaining signature wrap gives the unique visual appearance of each guide being held on by a single thread wrap. Available in both 1 and 2 piece for the following models: 6 foot 6 inch 3 weight, 7 foot 4 weight, 7 foot 6 inch 4 weight, and 8 foot 5 weight. 1-piece rods are available with a band seat spacer choice of maple, koa, or cork. 2-piece models are available with koa or cork. All seats allow for the user's reel of choice to be mounted either up or down to maximize balance. There are 20 of these rods in existence, and each rod is completely unique, meaning that none of these specific rod and spacer combinations have been produced twice.